got the 95 S6 here with V10. Y'all may have seen it before, but I know it's been a minute. I've been busy enjoying this thing. Over 5,000 miles on the current build so far. It's been running great. Haven't had any real major issues, so without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, one thing. I chose a great day to do this because everybody's cutting their grass today, but what can I say? It is what it is. So, as you may or may not know, it's a 1995 Audi S6. These cars originally came with a 5-cylinder turbo from the factory. I got bored with that, ended up putting in a 4.2 turbo from the BCY, the URS6. Ended up blowing that. I had this laying around, so I figured why not try to shoehorn it in here since everybody else was doing it. Pretty cool swap, must say. I try to keep it as factory and OEM as possible. Like, if Audi in 1995 was like, hey, let's put a 5.2 in this, this is kind of how I would imagine it would go. I basically kept everything I could. Only thing I really had to make were the headers, which obviously you can't even see because this thing is so jam-packed in there. Then obviously fabricate the radiator and all the coolant hoses, but I must say it came out pretty good. Still looks good for a 25-year-old car. Oh, 26, my bad. So yeah, go ahead, take a quick look at the interior. I got most of it put back together. Ooh, that could use some WD-40, but we'll worry about that later. So yeah, okay, this car's got full OBD2 engine management wise, and that is going to an AEM dash. I have AEM air fuel, as well as a temperature gauge right here for the coolant. I got that actually before I got this, so it's kind of redundant since it has it, but just a quick little startup. Idles perfectly. I mean, you know, it's a good car, but we'll go ahead and shut it off because I don't want the wifey upstairs and the baby to wake up. So yeah, that's about it for that, I guess. On to the next. I ended up liking this car so much that I actually went out and I bought another C6 S6. This one, supposedly, it needed a few parts to run and drive, and I was going to give this to my father as a gift. It was far from it. You know, I bought it sight unseen. I actually had it shipped down here from, well, I'm not going to say where, because it doesn't matter at this point. But, long story short, I'm scrapping the car. But there's some good that came from it. Pulled out the 5.2 that came in it. I did some checks on it. Everything checks out pretty good, so I figured I'll put some more time and effort into it. I cleaned it up because this thing was absolutely filthy. But now I have another 5.2 ready to go. Just have to do the carbon cleaning on this, get some coil packs and new spark plugs, which somewhere in that pile right there. So that's cool. I already actually put the RS4 rear timing cover on, just like this, because if you may have missed it, that is kind of a necessity to bolt up to the OA3 and the O&E transmission, which I have right here. This is actually a 6-speed ready to go. I have another 6-speed over there. That one needs to be rebuilt. What's up, little dude? Yo, shout out to the Taco Bell Chihuahuas, man. That's old school. But as I was saying, I got a full 6-speed swap ready to go into like a C5 or a B5 minus the rear diff, because I believe that goes to a C5 specifically. But other than that, I mean, you know, just getting some more parts. I already bought and paid for another 5.2 that came out of a running car with 130,000 miles, but that's up in Canada. So I gotta wait for the borders to open, and then I will go meet the guy to pick that up. So then I'll have 3 5.2s. Some might suggest that's a flex. I just think that's really bad money management, but that's neither here nor there. I'm enjoying the heck out of this thing, and I'll continue to do so. And that's about it. What can I say?